Hi, my name is Micky Metz. I'm also known as Free Scholar. My work is in the free software for community building movement and the platform cooperativism movement. I help my cooperative, Agaric, I help with our work to contribute back to these movements. I also handle some administrative tasks, public outreach, and support as part of the Agaric team. I'm the host of a Big Blue Button chat server, and I've built CommunityBridge.com in an effort to unite networks and movements with a safer platform to host events and meetings. Presenting options for alternatives to corporate propriety software is my goal. And I'm a worker owner in Agaric, which is a web technology collective. I'm also a member of many free software networks and movements. I use tools like Nextcloud, Drupal, and other free software while introducing people to the GNU Linux operating system. I'm also a liaison between the U.S. Solidarity Economy Network and a group devoted to ongoing dialogue on building the network of the new economy. May 1st, a cooperative that hosts websites and provides free software tools to our members and the public. The U.S. Federation of Worker Cooperatives, USFWC, is the national grassroots organization of U.S. worker owners. We're building power with national and international partners to advance an agenda for economic justice rooted in community-based shared ownership. So, working within organizations such as May 1st, Movement Technology, Snowdrift, Platform Cooperativism Consortium, the Center for Global Justice, and the Greater Boston Chamber of Cooperatives, and quite a few others. I enjoy raising awareness of free software and cooperative business models, as well as local opportunities that exist. I am constantly looking at the people in the networks I belong to and making connections with who needs to know and be introduced to who or what, whether it's a person, a tool, a method, or a process. And I work with technical activists to connect people with the information and tools they need to move from being a local or global network and to just expanding to be a universal network. I believe this goes well beyond any one person, and the more we share information on movement based solidarity, the better off the planet and the people will be. I believe that the workers' economy needs free software tools to protect our privacy and our freedoms. Free software, liberation, and cooperative development all converge in my presentations. I'm also a member of the Drupal community. It's an international group based on free software content management system called Drupal. And I write about my experience as a contributing author in a book called Hours to Hack and to Own. This book is known as the Handbook for the Platform Cooperativism Movement, which was started at the New School in New York City by Trevor Schultz and Nathan Schneider. It is a movement to build platforms that are owned by the people. You can imagine if Uber was owned by the drivers and the riders in a cooperative, multi-stakeholder way. So it's now among the top tech books of 2017, listed in and reviewed in Wired magazine. So as a public speaker, I bring the Agaric message of cooperative software development to many networks and movements. I speak at the intersection of free software, cooperative tech development, personal digital security, worker-owned cooperatives, artificial intelligence, surveillance, and capitalism. Introduction to web technology and changing your work and living environment has to include the 7 cooperative principles. I also provide software training for free tools such as Big Blue Button, Signal, Instant Messenger, Nextcloud, encrypted email, and I also advise many people on the benefits and choices of many alternatives to proprietary software. Now, as for the 7 cooperative principles, these are the principles of cooperation that we are based on. And it has a broad meaning and includes our values and the way we work together. Self-help. Co-ops are geared towards creating a community where every member benefits equitably. And to accomplish this idea, members need to help themselves while also helping each other. And that's why self-care is one of the most important tenets of being in a worker-owned cooperative, or being in any cooperative, or cooperating in general. Mostly the 7 principles come from logic and just being a human being. Self-responsibility. You must take responsibility for your actions, and much of the cooperative ideology is based on the idea that each individual member is individually responsible within the group. This brings us to democracy. Cooperatives have a democratic structure, and it's crucial to running a successful cooperative. We use in Agaric the principles of sociocracy, which covers a way to organize your business and your meetings so that every voice is heard, even the lowest level member, as you would call it, the person who does the least work or is the least connected to the everyday operations of things. Everyone must be included every step of the way, or you lose a lot of input and very valuable knowledge. Equality. Each member of a cooperative should benefit from the same rights based on their level of contribution. And equity. Cooperative organizations should treat all members equally, whether they are, if you structure your co-op to have a president and vice president, or if you structure your co-op to have all members have the same level of leadership. It's important that you have equality and equity. Solidarity. And solidarity happens within a cooperative and without boundaries. It happens with the ecosystem you work in. We tend to work with other cooperatives when purchasing goods, or doing any kind of a business, so that we keep expanding our network out and cooperating with more and more people as we go along. I'd love to answer your questions about cooperatives and about free software and how we've been able to be a valuable cooperative for many, many years doing our work with Agaric. I realize it's not always easy to work cooperatively with other people. There are many methods and techniques that you can use. There are many processes and methods that have been tried and tested. I do hope you will look into the world of cooperative building. If you're a developer, there are many tech groups that are understanding the nature of working together to build better. We are a small cooperative in Agaric, but when we get a larger project, we work together with other cooperatives, bringing on members as consultants for jobs and for parts of jobs. We also are building a federation that will oversee or work with many cooperatives as an administration personnel to help do the day-to-day chores that many of us find hard to do if we're in a small cooperative. There is one in South America called FACTIC, and they work with about 14 different co-ops. So when a larger job comes in, they can assign people from different cooperatives to do different aspects of the work, and they build a team for each project they're doing. Something like this would be a huge benefit to the US. We don't currently have a federation that does this. We're working with the United States Federation of Worker-Owned Cooperatives as part of a tech group within the USFWC to make this happen. So I hope you'll look into our journey and take a deeper look at how you could be involved in the journey, or how you could start your own journey, or how you could find a journey that is something you have desired and been looking for in your work and pleasure life. In cooperatives, we tend to not separate our work from our life. Our work is our life. We're always doing what we love to do and loving what we do. So thank you, and be sure to come to the Q&A. I'd love to answer some questions, make some connections, find out more about you and what you're doing in your life and how you're using your skills to live the best life possible. One of our Agaric mottos is giving people the most control over their own lives as possible. That's what we do. Thank you. We'd love to see you soon.